Everybody's favorite chest. It's 15 Mimogs requested by Pat Gunn. He says, can we get a Mimog Raid Army Showcase? Or Vixie? Well, we're going to do Mimog. Mimog because I think it's the easiest one to keep alive. While it does have a really bad attack total, only 60. Only honestly pretty close to the lowest in the game, with Mazarina I believe being at 50. So Mimog having one of the lowest attack stats. The defense is decent at 130, but the HP total is also really low at 60. So 60 attack, 60 HP, 130 defense. Small size, neutral type. We're going to see if they can get it done here. This is going to be done on the hard difficulty settings. As usual with this type of video, I will be showing the game settings after the battle. So I have to play very carefully here. You're going to see, like, look at the big hit I took there. Just any little thing once your shields are down on hard difficulty is enough to almost kill you. That's almost a one-shot. And that attack, I believe, has 2 ticks. So if the second tick hits you, you're dead. Pretty much, I have to play really carefully here. On hard difficulty, obviously, the player takes 4 times damage and deals half damage. So guns are going to be less effective. And that's how I really like putting pals to the test with hard difficulty. Because hard difficulties really see if the pal's damage output combined with whatever pals you can throw at it is enough. And in this case, we're using the Mimogs, 15 of them. Hard difficulty settings, the skills are Air Blade, Holy Burst, and Pal Blast. Obviously, triple neutral skills. I considered going Lightning Streak instead of the Holy Burst because the Holy Burst isn't too great, especially on the second phase. Also, the Air Blade isn't great in the second phase because there's so much movement. I feel like you have to kite the boss around the Holy Burst for the Holy Burst to actually be good. So here we're getting the first bubble. I brought a Bellinor. Only one Bellinor and only one Shadowbeak, by the way. My Mount Shadowbeak has Impatient and Serenity, and my Bellinor has Impatient and Serenity as well. The point of them is not to do the highest damage, it's just to get the boss's attention and to break barriers. And honestly, I thought that they weren't going to be able to do it because the Mimog damage is just so bad. This is kind of like taking 15 Mazarinas against the battle. But now after seeing this request in action, I'm pretty sure Mazarina can do it. The only thing is my Mazarinas have Diamond Body. The Mimogs, these Mimogs, because they can't get Legend, have Musclehead. And at least Mimog is a very high defense total. Mazarina technically could get it done. So basically if a 50 attack pal can get it done, excuse me, a 60 attack pal can get it done, then a 51 will as well. So technically Mazarina should be possible too. But just here showing that Mimog can do it, even on hard mode. So, as with this kind of video, you've guys seen me do this before, I'm using my Shadowbeak to try to hold aggro from the boss, which is the best I can do to try to keep the Mimog safe. I do have some heal grenades and some Mega Boost guns. You're going to see me here use Mega Boost guns when the boss is staggered, when I break a barrier. You're going to see me pull out the Mega Boost gun. So I think we've got one coming up here. So here we got the second barrier of the first phase. I'm getting my Bellinor ready, and once I feel satisfied with their level of healing, I'm going to pull out Mega Boost Gun and get a little bit of damage. Whenever you've got downtime during a raid, Mega Boost Gun is pretty good. And I expect Mega Boost Gun tech to be even stronger as levels progress, because if they introduce Mega Boost Guns that scale higher, like let's say 15 or 20% damage and defense increase, it's going to be quite good. If we get higher tier Mega Boost Guns, it's going to be quite good. Anytime you have downtime and you're not shooting the boss, or you're not healing, or you're not doing anything else, the Mega Boost Gun ammo is really cheap. And the Mega Boost Gun repair bill is pretty cheap too. It's got some Coralum cost, I believe, to repair it, but it's not too bad. So here we've got the end of the first phase. We successfully managed to get through the first phase without dying here, without getting obliterated. As you saw, I popped the healing potion there in the middle of the first phase because I got chunked so hard I almost died. But the healing potion, and again at the start, that was a good time to take the hit as opposed to later, because later you're not going to have time to regen. As usual with the first phase here, at the end I'm just going to run away with a Shadowbeak and then go back in with the Shadowbeak. It's a pretty efficient method. At this point, you know, Hartalis, I've got it so figured out that there's no point in even me spending ammo on it or bringing guns, there's no point. So just using a Shadowbeak to do everything. And here I have a homing projectile on me, so I'm getting on my Shadowbeak before I can do a poison shower. And only one Shadowbeak because I do want... and here, this is really important. I'm really trying to protect my shield because that wing attack hitting you on hard mode one-shots your shield and one-shots your health. So here my shield is down. This is where the danger starts. Any little thing on the second phase here will one-shot you, including the Air Blade. 2 blades of the Air Blade, I believe, are enough to do it. This Sacred Rain attack, also, if you stand on it, it's a one-shot without shield. It caught some Mimogs here, showing that the Mimog, even with 60 health and the defense, can tank the Sacred Rain, which is pretty good. So here, my goal is to... Okay, so here, wing attack again. This is really important that I dodge it. If I had not dodged that, rolled out of it, I would have been dead. That's a one-shot in hard mode. Here we've got another homing. This homing attack is really nasty on hard mode because it's really big area denial. So is the Airblade. It really limits your movement. Shadow Beak is kind of big too, so you have to be really careful with the maneuvering here. So here I'm paying a lot of attention to the HP of the boss because I have to race it back to the pile box. Basically, this fight always ends this way, where when he is about to retreat, and look at Mimog go. Mimog is actually pretty good at catching up to the boss, so that's the one upside. You can see that the DPS output is not too great. It's going to be really cutting it close. You can see that I'm paying a lot of attention. I'm ready to go back to the pile box. I'm kind of scared of having to race Hartalis back to the pile box and failing. So I'm keeping a lot of attention out here on its HP, because when it hits 2/3 around there, it's going to go back to the pile box, and I will have to withdraw those Mimogs or lose them all. So I don't have a choice. So keeping a big eye here, big balance between trying to distract the boss and keeping the Mimogs alive, and also coming in at the right time. Really dangerous here. Again, another wing attack that I dodged. This is very crucial that you learn how to do on hard mode, because the wing attack back-to-back, like I said, it's a one-shot against the shields or the health. So here I'm paying a lot of attention to the health. And excuse me 1 second. Oh, okay. Oh, my dog needed help here. So we lost one Mimog here, unfortunately, to a misguided aggro. And here, this is the part that got. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I was afraid of. I was focused on healing the Mimogs, racing Hartalis back to the pile box. We lost the Mimog, and here I am. Oh, not gonna make it, because he kind of raced me back to the pile box. But we cut it really close here, hiding behind the rock just in time. And back to the Shadow Beak, letting Shadow Beak get some more aggro, dismounting, putting the Mimogs back. We did lose one. Like I said, any little change in aggro against the pals will result in a Mimog death if they're not full HP. 60 HP total is just too low. Thankfully, Shadow Beak here being MVP at keeping aggro against Hartalis is so good, and it gives me some breathing room to bait out some Sacred Reigns, and also keep aggro and also heal. So again, wing attack here again. This is a trademark of this fight. Probably one of the most dangerous things. Mimogs here being really fast at catching up to the boss. So here we got some misguided aggro again on the pals. Able to catch it again with Shadow Beak quickly with a Poison Rain. Another Holy Burst here on the Mimogs, which unfortunately, thankfully, Mimog is very small. Very unlikely for it to die to Poison Rain. But here in this fight in hard mode, you have to strike a really good balance between holding the aggro and also keeping the pals healed, especially when it's something like a Mimog. Mimog is not a raid pal. The stat total is just HP, the attack total is just not good. This is never going to be a top-end raid pal, but I got the request from you guys, so might as well do it. So here we got the Bellinor out, no problem against the second phase beam. Really easy to crash that final barrier. That's the easiest one if you have Bellinor. Coming with the Shadow Beak here to do Poison Shower. And after this part of the fight, things are pretty easy. I think if you have like even 1 to 2 minutes here after this final phase of the fight is pretty simple. It's just a matter of staying alive and at least keeping 10 or so pals alive so you can finish off the boss. And racing him to the pile box one last time. So thank you very much, Paggun, for the request. I didn't know this was doable until I actually built them and decided to set out to try them. So it turns out that a 60 attack total pal without legend can get Hartalis. They do have the damage to get Hartalis. Here, I dodged one final wing. That would have been a KO, by the way, if I didn't dodge it. That was very clutch. That would have killed me in one hit. So I had to dodge a total of 4 or 5 wing attacks here with shields down in this fight. So here, I'm confident that they're able to kill him. I'm doing one less Divine Disaster by Shadow Beak to get the boss's HP down low. And that's the end of the fight. So thank you very much, everybody. Give your thank you to Paggun. Everybody thank Paggun for the request. That was a really cool one. Seeing what Mimog can do. 15 Mimogs with Diamond Body, Demon God, Serenity, Musclehead, Max Trust, Max IVs. These are perfect Mimogs. No alphas in the group. Fortunately, all my Mimog alphas are base pals. But Mimog showing that you can get it done. So if you like Mimog, it will do every raid for you. As long as you can work it, even on hard mode, it is viable. So showing there that Mimog can do it. And as usual, here's our game settings on hard, showing that the game kill was done on hard mode. I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you learned something, showing what is possible with even the lowest of the low attack pals. Thank you for watching. This is Palworld Raids. I'll see you guys on the next one.